Defense Criminal Investigative Service Special Agent C.R. Gillum visits the hallowed ground of the Pentagon Memorial, dedicated to the 184 lives lost when terrorists crashed American Airlines Flight 77 into the Pentagon at 9:37 a.m. on September 11, 2001. An explosion of fire erupted and collapsed part of the Pentagon, a symbol of America's strength, security, and freedom. Some of the victims were military serving inside the building. Others, like the youngest, a 3-year-old girl, were traveling to embark on an adventure with family.
I remember the incredible tragedy and the sadness of that day. To see the names to be taken so quickly, of course there's just a profound sadness with it. That day, the innocence of a lot of things and the way we took things for granted disappeared.
This is Gillum's first visit to the memorial. The last time he was at the site, he was serving as part of the U.S. government response to the terror attacks.
And teams of agents and folks were scouring through with shovels, sifters. We were looking for remains, classified material.
Gillum worked 12-hour days scouring through the pile of rubble.
You know, you get home at the end of the day just exhausted, but happy to get up and do it again. That was part of what it was all about, you know? Privileged to be able to help out in some small way during a terrible, terrible time.
Gillum was one of many DCIS agents from field offices across the Northeast who responded to the 9/11 attacks. Stanley Newell was early in his career as a special agent working out of the DCIS New Jersey field office when terrorists took down the Twin Towers. At the time, all of it was surreal. Now, the memory's indelible.
It was almost something out of like an apocalyptic movie set. You know, there'd be an inch of ash on the sidewalk and store windows blown out. And it just looked something unreal. And then, you know, when we were doing the grid searches, I remember, you know, searching Lower Manhattan and, you know, among all this ash and the smoke is in the air and it's so acrid and it's almost tangible, like the ash is everywhere and all this destruction.
The recovery efforts continued, and for months, Newell and other DCIS agents searched for human remains and evidence at the Fresh Kills landfill on Staten Island. Newell also hunted down investigative leads, conducted interviews, and followed up on reports of suspicious behavior. In Virginia, Gillum chased down investigative leads that came into the FBI's Joint Operations Center. White-collar crime impacting America's warfighters takes investigative priority for DCIS, and 9/11 reinforced the gravity of the agency's mission.
Like the cases that we work, keeping these counterproliferation investigations, keeping critical, sensitive military technology out of the hands of our enemies is critical. The increased seriousness of what we do, a greater understanding of our role in national defense and response to these kind of incidents. But it was, yeah, certainly a seminal moment in my career.
9/11 and the following world events were an impetus for the evolution of DCIS. The agency expanded its footprint with offices across the globe. Many DCIS agents became full-time members of the FBI's Interagency National Joint Terrorism Task Force. Gillum was among them.
So it really kind of pivoted to a much more global role for DCIS and DODIG, I think. And I'm proud of that. And I'm proud to be a part of that.
And we also did things like improve our reporting to nationwide multi-agency terrorism reporting systems so that, you know, suspicious events like this would get channeled to the right people and we'd get the appropriate response.
Beyond the dark memories, what stays with both Gillum and Newell is selflessness and teamwork they experienced among responders, and a nation that united. The renovated Pentagon Wall and the memorial, testaments to the nation's perseverance that moved Gillum when he returned to the site on this 24th year anniversary.
Beautiful facility to honor these victims, no question about it.